according to the latest report from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, America's labor force participation rate, which is the percentage of those who either have a job or they're actively looking for a job, has fallen to a 35-year low. My next guest is actively looking for a job. He's having a tough time finding one. Mike Penn is a graduate from Fordham Business School. He recently marketed himself for a job by setting up a stand and handing out free coffee and donuts and his resume in New York's financial district. Mike joins me now. Mike, it's great having you here.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
You know, when I first heard your story, I thought, this is so innovative, and it shows an extraordinary level of initiative. You were having problems getting your resume into the hands of people the traditional way of mailing it to them or emailing it to them. So what gave you the idea? I'm going to set up a stand in front of some of these brokerage houses in Wall Street.
Yeah, I was just tired of sitting online and getting nowhere, getting placed at the bottom of the stack of the pile. So I decided to get out there and show my face time, get off the couch, get out there, show some initiative, and just show the value that a face brings to a resume instead of just a piece of paper. So I sat outside of Goldman Sachs with a coffee stand, coffee, donuts, and my resume and myself, shook some hands, and had a fantastic day.
So you said, here's a donut, here's some coffee. Oh, and by the way, here's my resume if you'd like to hire me.
Pretty much.
What did people say, and how did they react?
Oh, it was a mixed reaction. Some people loved it, some people hated it.
Who hated it?
Some people who didn't want other people copying it and being outside their office on a daily basis. But at the end of the day, who wouldn't want free coffee and donuts? I would want somebody to copy it every day.
Yeah, I was looking to come down there, not to give you a job, but just to get the donuts.
Thank you, sir.
You've got a master's degree in global management from Fordham University, a very prestigious university. Did you think at the time when you were working on your degree, well, a degree like this from a prestigious university, I'm not going to have that much difficulty getting a job? Were you worried about the job market at the time?
At the time, no. When I graduated undergraduate, my main decision to go to graduate school was the value to get a better job, to get a better pay, to have that experience. And when I got out, I was really in shock at how bad the job market was. I attribute to a three-pronged approach. The first being, the little to no job creation in the economy. The second being the influx of college kids out there, especially master's students. And the third because the average retirement age has increased. And these people want to retire. It's just that it trickles down to where the entry-level jobs aren't there.
What you're saying, in a very nice way, is that the old geezers just won't get out of the way, so guys like you have a shot.
No, not at all. They want to get out of the way. It's just that they physically can't. They financially can't. And you know what? I believe that they, have a right to stay there as long as they want. They earned it.
But the market now is tough.
Yes.
So you're looking at trying to break in somewhere. When you talk to people, do they just tell you, look, we just don't have anything? Is that what you're hearing more than we don't like you?
Yeah. I learned that it's not about you. It's about what you can bring to the company. And as far as the company standpoints, there are so many out there that just simply don't have the positions. They can't benefit from me being there.
But you've got student loans you're going to have to start paying off. When are those going to have to be paid?
Unfortunately, next month they start kicking in.
Wow. So you only have a few weeks before you've got to start bringing in some income. Will you stay in New York, or are you willing to move and relocate?
Hopefully. I've been fortunate to have a few offers I'm very happy with. A lot of compelling offers, some out of state, some in state. Now the thing is, does it financially make sense for me to stay here with an apartment and the cost of living in New York City? But as of now, I'm just still looking and weighing out the options.
So right now, you would be open to a job offer if some of our viewers out there saying, I like that guy. He's got some initiative and innovative and creative. How can they get in touch with you? Absolutely. You can go to my website, hiremichaelpenn.com, or you can email me. I love it. Or you can email me directly at penn.michael3@gmail.com. There's nothing subtle about that. Hire Michael Penn. That's just about it. Well, I think it was an incredibly brilliant idea, to say, look, I'm not just going to sit on the couch and wait for somebody to come to me. I'm going to go to the guys. If I were hiring down on Wall Street, I would be looking for that kind of initiative. And I think somewhere across this country, there are people who are. Michael, first of all, I wish you well, because it is a tough market. I feel for every person who's spent the kind of money you've spent to get an education and be prepared, there ought to be something out there for you. And we need to get this economy cranked back. Would you let us know how things turn out? Absolutely. I'd be honored to. Well, we wish you the best. Hopefully by Thanksgiving you're celebrating not only a turkey, but a real nice job, and you don't have to eat donuts every day. Sounds great. Thank you so much, Governor. Great to have you, Mike. What a pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, Nancy Pelosi says she's never met anyone who was happy with their private insurance plan. So my reaction to that in the quotes of the week is coming up next. Last week, we introduced you to Mike Penn. He's a Fordham Business School graduate. He's having a tough time finding a job in his field. Now, he came up with a very creative idea to market himself by setting up a stand to hand out free coffee and donuts and his resume. And he did it right in the heart of New York's financial district. Well, he's received a lot of reaction from his appearance last week on our show. But the big question, did he get any offers? Mike Penn joins us once again. Mike, we're so glad to have you back.
Thank you for having me, Governor. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, it's great to see you. I know your mom is with you tonight. We're delighted to have Barbara. But I just want to ask, okay, what happened after you were on the show last week?
After I was on the show, my inbox was flooded. A plethora of supportive emails, a number of various offers, and I can't thank you enough. The whole Fox crew, you guys have really changed my life for the better. Thank you so much.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. You know, we may change the name of the show to the Huckabee Employment Agency. Commissions will be due for every job you find.
Of course.
But Michael, I'm curious, what kind of job offers are inquiries? I guess because a lot of them were offers and some were inquiries, just to sort of start a conversation. What kind of people did you hear from in business did you hear from?
Everything under the sun. I heard from people in sales, I heard from marketing, I heard from business development, and I also heard from people trying to get me to sell their kitchenware. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. But the thing that touched me most was the supportive emails. I really appreciate that. To everybody, I write back to every one of them. I'm sorry for the delay, but thank you so much.
Do you expect that you're going to get a job based on what you've already received? Is that something that now you're a little more optimistic about than you were when you were handing out donuts and coffee down there on Wall Street?
Well, it looks like my story's going to have a happy ending. But for everybody else who's struggling out there, and I know I got a lot of emails saying people were in my shoes, you know what? It's tough out there. You know, you can't get discouraged. You got to get out there and be unique. And you know what? It only takes one.
Michael, I'm so proud of you, and I wish you the best. And thank you for coming back and giving us the follow-up. Great to have you back.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
Well, throughout the show, I've been asking you to